Okay guys, we're back. Went out to the mailbox today and saw that I had another package. So let's see what we got. What came in. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Looks like it's a full box. Let's get them placed out here and see what we got. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright. $0.06. Okay, like I said in the part 2 of the artificial wake bait, I was waiting on my last package from 6 cents for my top water lures. For wake bait, and they did arrive today. So this is the set that we have. So this one is, this is their saltwater series. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think there's an 8th one, which is the baby spec. I've already had that one. That was the first one of theirs that I had bought. I've had that for a couple of years now, and I just never have bought any more that were in the line. But as you can see now, we have the whole lineup. Oh, there we go. So this one here is Dirty Chartreuse. Let's take a look at him. See what he's got going. This will be the new wake bait that I'll be trying out when we get back on the water after the boat's ready to go. 6 cents. Heavy duty, and 0 to 1 foot. So depending upon how you angle the pole, I guess it's going to depend upon how deep this goes. Let's read what it says. It says the 6 cents movement 80 wake crankbait has an action unlike most lures on the planet. The MVMT 80 wake bait will wake erratically during the retrieve, giving the angler the ability to target those skinny water inshore species that are looking for an easy topwater meal. Uniquely designed, the MVMT 80 WK cranks powerfully through the targeted depths from 0 to 1 foot. Fitted with super sharp hooks and top of the line paint schemes, the MVMT 80 WK will speak for itself with its powerful fishing capabilities. Well, we're going to find out. We will see. So this is Dirty Chartreuse. Alright, so that's that one. So we'll lay that guy there. Let's see what else. What do we got here? What is this one? This one is, what's it called? Mudbug Red. Look at this guy. Like I said, this is their saltwater series. They do mainly bass lures, but they do have a small saltwater line. And these, I think these are 5/8 ounce, right? 5/8 ounce. Say on there, they look like they are. They look like they're about that size. Yeah, they're 5/8 ounce. So this one's called Mudbug, 6 cents. That's the Mudbug. Let's see, what's this next one? This next one is 4K Shad. So let's take a look at this one. Nice color scheme. Be interesting. Got the heavy duty bill. $4K Shad. Let's take a look at the next one. See what we got here. This one is called Live Mullet. And this one is Chartreuse Spank. Yeah, very nice looking. And this one is Spanish Bone. Spanish Bone. And the last one, Live Croaker. So this is 6 cents artificial wake bait lineup that they make for fishing saltwater. There is one more, which is Baby Speck. I already have that one. That's in the bait chamber, which I'll show it here in a minute once we put all these in. But we're going to give these a try once we get back out on the Lower Laguna Madre and see how they work. Alright, let's get the bait chamber. Alright, so here's the bait chamber. Store it in. open it up. Put these off to the side. And we need to turn it around. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7. 1, 2, 3. And here's the baby spec. I already had this one. This is the only one that I had of that series that I've used of theirs. I can pull them out. There's this one. That's the baby spec. That's the final one in that lineup. Well, doesn't want to go into this time. So it's supposed to ease in there just like that. There we go. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna have to move. I guess these guys are gonna have to go because it's already gonna get filled up. So let's take these out. And this is made by 6 Cents too, but this is twitch bait, suspension bait. So we're going to have to relocate them because they're not going to no longer fit. And then I got a mullet version too. Green mullet. Bone, a bone mullet and a green mullet is what that is. So I'm going to have to take this guy out. I can't go there. And we'll put him down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll relocate him to this position. And then we will move these down. All right. I got help. So the mud one we'll put up here. Dirty chartreuse we'll put here. And then the blue something, chartreuse shad or whatever this one is. We'll put him across. This guy go here. And whatever this one was, I forget the name, but I'll put him here. This was a croaker. We'll put the croaker here. The green. Put it here. So this right there, and then the bone is the last one. And we'll put the bone right here. And then of course the last slot here is for my bunker. We'll go in this one once I change the hooks out. But there it is. So we're pretty much almost filled up. And then the bunker, let me get the bunker. The bunker. Which is this one, my bunker. It'll go right in here. So the bunker will go right in here. And that's all of them. This is going to round out, as you can see it. Tie it here, but so it's going to round it out. I'll have to get another chamber for the twitch bait. But this is the bone mullet twitch bait, and then they have the green mullet twitch bait. These are suspension bait. They don't float on top of the water. They kind of suspend in the middle of the strike zone. And you work them, you twitch them back and forth, side to side or whatever. And they have rattles in them too. So yeah, cool deal. I just need to make up my rigging for all of them. Get them all attached to, I use the Andy 40-pound monofilament shock leader. That's what I prefer using. It holds pretty well. And I get these rigged up like how the bunker's rigged up. And I'm excited, man. Once the boat gets ready and we get the boat back in the water, I'll definitely be trying these out and going through them and seeing which ones work, which ones don't. And see. But I got high anticipation that we got a good pick here and that there's going to be a lot of these that are going to work. It's just going to depend upon the clarity of the water. You know, it's going to determine which ones you're going to use where. And it's just working them, finding that out. But this will round it out, an artificial wake bait for the part 3 series of it. And I guess one of these days, Cassie and me and Rusty will see you guys out on the Lower Laguna Madre. You have a good day.